Hey Virgo, how about a reading from your metal dog? Let's see what's going on here. It is Virgo season as I do this reading, but whenever you come across this, I'm going to give you a little advice. I'm going to start with a tarot card for the overall energy of the reading. We get a Six of Materials. Very earthy, practical, but it is the card of charitable giving, generosity. Here, interestingly, presented with two people in a mirroring posture instead of a hierarchical relationship, which is often what a Six of Pentacles, which is the suit in this deck. The Muse Tarot. Okay. It's very powerful and dynamic energy. It's very you, being all earthy, because Virgo is of element earth. Underneath this practical give and take is you at work, doing everything masterfully as if you have multiple arms. Skill, mastery, that's what an Eight of Materials is about. Yeah, we really see you working the earth. There's a lot of abundance here, even though winter's coming. Really making things happen, being skilled in that. It's very dynamic. And then we got a little bit of nostalgia, thinking about when you were a kid, the past. Here that's coming up for you too, Virgo. I think of Virgos as one of the nostalgic signs. I've known a lot of Virgos. You like to live a little bit in the past. Even the card, the Hermit card, it will reflect, that's your card, will reflect on the past in order to find wisdom. But okay, so we see you at work, but beneath the surface, I really feel like it's a heart thing. It's cups. It's your soulmate, your past lives, your childhood, your inner child work. And it feels nostalgic, and it feels, yeah, I mean, she looks a little blue here. We're distracted. We're empty. The little one's playing in there, but it's not a totally comfortable feeling. You're doing your visible, earthy Virgo work with such grace. I mean, it's really dynamic here. Like, look at this. This is so you, Virgo. And then underneath that, there's this very private feeling, Six of Cups, which is a beautiful card. But in this particular card, the nostalgia appears, and in this reading, it's such a different energy from how you are appearing in the world with all this earthy, practical skill. All right, so we're going to pull 5 cards, and I ask what Virgo ought to release, embrace, what the stars want you to think about. They are doing some retrograding up there. Pluto, Moon is encountering Pluto right now. There's mutable change afoot. What you need to let go of, perhaps. Let's see. See what the cards say. I'm a tarot reader, not an astrologer, but I do check into it. Okay, you get Alpha energy. This is what you need to release, being the Elder of Fire. And the Elder of Fire stands in for the King of Wands, or the King of Fire in the tarot. This is a fairy deck. There are no male figures. They're all fairies, all female. So this Elder of Fire, this is a very leader, alpha energy. It's of the will fire, of the body, of the lusty creative side. So it's time you've done something. It looks like you've reached maturity in this area, perhaps, and now it's time to release that or finish it. We will clarify and see specifically what that release is about. What you ought to embrace is a new fire, the Ace of Fire. That makes sense. You retire from this Elder of Fire, and then there's a new passion afoot. Yeah. So let go of the old passion and grab hold of the new one. It looks like a fabulous adventure. since we had materials, pentacles above, I really feel like this is you in your passion in your work, and not, it doesn't feel like it's about the Six of Cups, but I feel like work is helping you cope with this Six of Cups feeling. So maybe we'll find out more about that upon clarification. We'll see. So what the heavens, the universe wants you to know, what's happening in the stars. There's a classy love offer of the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Water, playing a little love song, all the geese and swans. You remember, this is what you're remembering back to. It's an old love. It feels very clear that it's this energy, it's this soulmate energy. And it's not that long ago that Pluto is retrograding. That's why we're kind of reviewing. So is Uranus, but I didn't pay that much attention to Uranus because the moon is right there with Pluto. And so the moon will bring that into us, theoretically. And so this Knight of Water, like think back to January of 2024. So you might have had an encounter with someone from your past, or for some reason you're provoked to think about this Knight of Cups. It could even be in the relationship you're in, how it was then, that kind of thing. Okay, what the tarot wants you to know that is hidden from you. The Queen of Air. So this is about clarity. This is some of the decision-making energy that we have. It's time to cut something that's not good for you is what she stands for. She discerns what works. She cuts what doesn't. She's dressed up like a little wasp fairy here. Okay. I like her. Generally, I think Queen of Swords or Queen of Air is a fantastic thing to have revealed to you. There's something that you can cut, some clarity that you can get, and you don't have it yet. It's hidden from you. The future. The Ten of Earth, wealth and abundance. Beautiful. This is we're paying off here. This is an 8 here. We're at the 10. So we see this in your future, like this, all of this work, this earthy career, mastery work that you've been investing in, doing so beautifully and dynamically. You know, it's really growing in the future. You've reached the abundance, the wealth, all of it. It's a great, wealthy, abundant future. If you're not thinking about career, it would be some area very practical, very real, very embodied, that is coming to full fruition in the future. So that's great. The only place that we see this hidden, so there's a hidden thing, there's this nostalgia, it's the Knight of Cups, the classy love offer. And then we do see that there's something, the Queen of Air suggests you need to cut something, and we'll find out about that. We are going to clarify, but first, the underlying energy here. The Five of Fire, the King of Cups, the Ace of Air. Ooh, a lot. Okay. All right, Virgo, look at you all complicated, just going on in the secret messages. Yeah, there's a lot going on beneath your surface. That's what that Six of Cups told us. So we have like more cards underneath the deck than I pulled, but that's okay. So let's talk about this. So first of all, you are very conflicted there's some kind of competition and chaos. You're facing off against all these different willpowers. And I love this little fairy fighting all these snake heads. This could be internal, could be parts of yourselves competing for which way to go. So that's a part. I feel like we're looking at this secret inner life of Virgos. So we have that, and then we have the King of Cups, or the Elder of Water in this. This is a person who is emotionally mature. They know how they feel, but they're really keeping it private. And they keep it private because they're supporting their kingdom. And the needs of the people and the feelings of the people are more important than their expressing what they feel. It's not ever a negative, it's just a very private Scorpio secretive energy in the Elder of Water. It could be a Scorpio. Then we get a truth, a new truth, not always easy. Remember, we see that the Queen of Air, and so we have an Ace of Air. So you've got an Ace of Fire or Wands, and then you have this Ace of Air. So there's some mature energy, elders and queens, and then there's some new beginning energy. The Ace of Air is pulling the truth out of the sky that's full of dragons. And she's fighting almost imaginary dragons in this imagery. They're almost ghostly phantoms. Kind of makes me think of a Seven of Cups a little bit. But she's using the truth in this battle. But the truth can be quite difficult to grab hold of. It feels like it's almost transparent when I look at it. So that's happening. And then there's a time where you go alone, very hermity, Virgo-y. You go alone, you lie on this mountain, you examine your thoughts, and you heal. It's very good, meditative state. You can see the shed skins of those who have come before. It's potentially transformative, but you're just healing, and it's air, it's your mind. So this new truth causes you perhaps to do this. You realize, I feel trapped. It's only your mind that has you trapped. These spiders have wrapped this fairy up in spider web. She seems more trapped than your average Eight of Swords to me. She's blinded. She's looking into herself. But always in the Eight of Air or the Eight of Swords, you are free. It's only your mind that tells you you're not. So whatever it is that you got yourself trapped in, it looks like this truth comes, then you go alone and think about it. And when you go there, you realize, my brain has me trapped. But luckily, you get the insight, the most powerful card in the tarot, the Strength card. Remember how when you got the truth, you were just fighting phantom dragons? Now you are fighting this real dragon. And in the Strength card, it's often a woman calming a lion. It's a card of Leo and fiery energy, as you can see in that dragon. What it is about love. The woman represents love, nurturing the feminine power, calming the beast, your inner beast, your violence. And that's what this fairy can do. She has strength. So you're going to apply love to your problem and conquer the beast, which is, sometimes it comes into me as like, you have desire and you calm it. There's some indication that you've got some fire. You get this, you're being told to embrace this fire. We can see you fighting all of these fiery snakes. Finally, you get contentment and wish fulfillment. It feels very much, this is a Nine of Water, Nine of Cups. It feels very related to this world that it's like you connect your heart with the earthly world, all these apples here. It's wish fulfillment. It's solitary. It doesn't mean you're alone. It just means that once you apply strength to this feeling that you're trapped, and it might mean that the feeling you're trapped is the problem, and in fact, you're like, oh, I am content. I do have everything I need. Or you apply strength and get out of this mental trap, and then you're free in this Nine of Water. It's a very solitary energy, and so you may just find that you are able to satisfy your own needs in a Nine of Water. You may end up alone if that's what you're trapped with another person. There's something about this soulmate connection, the Six of Cups, this nostalgia. It needs to be resolved. That's what I see is happening under your surface. And that's why there's like you're doing this thing. There's this Knight of Cups that you're kind of thinking back to. You need clarity. It might be that you just want to cut with the fantasies about the past and know that you have everything you need, and look, you end up like in all this wealth and abundance in the future. Or you leave the situation in some way. In some way, you're leaving the situation, whether you conquer your mind or you just leave. I can't see. Okay, let's clarify your baseline here, though, with your basic advice reading. Complicated Virgo. So much privacy in you. The Scorpio in me approves. Your secret life. I do my privacy so different now. But mystery. Okay, so releasing the Elder of Fire, that alpha energy, the leader of your own life energy. There's your 10 of Pentacles. That's your future. Abundance and wealth. The High Priestess, something mysterious and secret and psychic and intuitive. She's looking at that on the table. And then there's balance. 2 of Pentacles. There's the butterfly wings. That seems important when I look at these wings. There's something about the High Priestess looking at the 2 of Pentacles and then the 10 of Pentacles. They're both beautiful. Yeah, there's she knows something intuitively. I feel like trust your intuition is the message. And I feel like there's no wrong way. Either a 2 or a 10 is fine. Just there's like such a letting go here. She has her sunflower, it's levitating above her hand. It's just like, she's fire, not earth. But there's that cobweb. Oh yeah. Again, so like with the imagery of this 8 of Swords seems important. Like that you feel trapped. Like I think I keep wanting to look at this, but in one hand she has over here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a cobweb. And then over here a sun, which would be happiness. There's something about being the leader of your life. And this cobweb is a choice to stay there or happiness. It's like a dilemma that you're being told to release. And what the underlying cards tell me is like, there's no dilemma. And you intuitively know that. And I don't know what that means to you, but I'm going to just leave it like that, not trying to make sense. Let's go forward. You're letting this Elder of Fire, something you've accomplished. The 10 of Pentacles suggests you've finished that cycle. Now you have a 2 of Pentacles. There's definitely a new beginning here. So you were supposed to embrace this new passion. Virgo, okay. So what is this new passion? There's an old passion, and now there's a new one. The old passion might be that 6 of Cups, that nostalgia from the past. But let's see. What's this Ace? It's a practical young daughter of Pentacles. Sorry, my chair squeaks. There is another soulmate card. This is the 4 of Wands. It's stable. It's where you can be your authentic self. It's a celebration. Wands, fire. It's the same suit. Daughter of Pentacles. And then a Daughter of Cups. Emotional. There's so like a young energy here. There's a beginning. There's a new beginning for you. Daughter of Pentacles, that would be you. And then the Daughter of Cups is just like a water sign, and Pentacles is earth. That's why I say be you. Yeah, it's like a friendship. It's a connection. It's a soulmate connection. And it's a new beginning. Let go of the old. It's the same fire. And there's a beautiful new beginning here. It's in the realm of soulmates. It's young. Yeah, it's beautiful. So then we're kind of remembering back to this Knight of Cups, the classy love offer. What's that about? These tarot readings, I did another one for a friend. It's like, sometimes it can be quite serious and draining. I'm feeling that. Emperor, leader, more alpha energy. Is that eclipse in this? There's 9 of Cups, self-fulfilling, wish fulfillment. This was your baseline conclusion to that story. Finding contentment, finding wish fulfillment in and of yourself. The Emperor is giving me this solitude. So it's Aries, fire energy. And then the Hierophant, church, state, but also a mentor. Always somebody coming in with the truth. This person, this Knight of Cups that you're remembering, they made you happy. They taught you a lot. They're pretty powerful. Wish fulfillment. There appears to be some kind of strike of lightning, like something broke this or struck it or struck you recently, like you were struck by it again. And yeah, it's important. That's all I can see. It's important. It has a traditional feeling to it. With the Hierophant is very much about traditional structural power. It feels like it struck you to your traditional site of power. Because the Emperor is here and so is the Hierophant. They're very much about structural, traditional power. And they feel like they're up at your wish fulfillment. This Knight of Water is such a very different energy from the Emperor and the Hierophant. It's like you're surrounded by them, kind of, but and like on the surface, you're doing everything beautifully in your career. This whatever you're making is beautiful, but there's this little secret emotional wish that is surrounded by all of this structural power. And it has to do with this Knight of Cups, the classy love offer from your past, I think. Okay, well, what the tarot wants you to know is this. This is some really good advice. Get some clarity, cut what doesn't work. Let's find out more about that. What doesn't work? Okay, there's strength again. Wow. That's this. Remember we talked about that coming to fruition in your underlying energy. So strength, momentum, Cancer energy, Leo, Cancer, and the Lovers, a choice. Yeah, you're clearly needing clarity to discern. So the Lovers can be love. This is like the crazy kind of love on all levels. It's also a card of Gemini. It's like mind, body, spirit. It's like intense. And that's why it's a choice, because not everybody picks that. So strength is about, I think, rising to your heart and letting yourself choose through your heart. The Chariot is a much more of a physical momentum. It feels more raw. It's almost like, let's see, I think sometimes strength is the card after the Chariot, card 8. In this deck, it's 11. So the cards are intention, and you have to choose. And the Queen of Air, that she's telling you have to get clarity, cut one, keep the other, pick one route, lose the other. Chariot's very much the lion without the gentling force. It's like the dragon in this card. Just curious if this had a number on it. It doesn't. So You have a dilemma. I don't think you know that. It's really a dilemma between like almost like your body and your higher self. But the chariot's not simply reducible to the body. The chariot is leaves home, is drawn by love. It's a beautiful energy too. It's just a lot more reckless, whereas strength is like calms that recklessness. They're both love driven. And that's why the lovers is here. It's not an obvious decision, but the Queen of Air, getting clarity, and you have to choose. And Virgo, you are a mutable sign. So whenever I do mutable signs, that means you can be both things. So sometimes you don't actually have to choose. But let's see the future. The Ten of Earth. Look at you, all rich, all abundant, having the fruits of your labor paying off. Okay, Justice. A couple of cats conspiring. They have the truth. They're protecting the planet. There's all this diversity, rainbow energy. Two of Cups, soulmate connection. These are both Justice and the Two of Cups are mirroring energies. It's like, and now I see the Lovers and Strength and the Chariot. Like there's some mirroring. Oh yeah. Throughout these, like we got this stuff. I feel like the Emperor and the Hierophant are a pair. There's like a lot of pairs. There's a lot of soulmate cards. And then there's this practical facade. Then we get the pair of cats. Mirroring. Is there somewhere else I saw that? Oh yeah, very beginning here. A match. Matched. And the Fool, taking a leap of faith, a new beginning. There is your surface life, which is quite abundant and wealthy and practical and earthy. And then there's this emotional, long-ass story, inner struggle, not, sacrificing for others, getting the truth, healing, going alone, healing, feeling how you're trapped, getting the strength, and finding yourself in contentment in the Nine of Water, Nine of Cups. That's here a couple times. And I don't know what it is. I actually can't choose for you, but you do need to make a choice. There's all of these mirroring energies. So what is that? Why is that? Mother of Wands. One card on the bottom. She reminds me of she's the queen of the law of attraction. She says, whatever you focus on will become real. So there appears to be that you're doing your job, that's becoming real. That focus is paying off. There is also all these pairs. We had the two daughters. We have the Chariot and Strength. We've got the Hierophant and the Emperor. And we see that in the end here with the Two of Cups and Justice. Those are cards that I think of as the same as like if our plane go fish, that would be the pair. These would be pairs because they're match sets. It's hard to tell the difference between them. They both look good. They look like a pair. They are all good. But whichever one you put your energy towards will become yours. That's you're making a choice. And the cards are saying that's going on underneath the surface of all of this practical earthy abundance. It's really interesting for the tarot reader because it's like, oh, I like a secret. And there's a secret, nostalgia. It's very passionate. It's very confusing and dramatic. And you find your way through it here. And then we see you beginning something new with the leap of faith that is the Fool. Like to make a choice is a leap of faith. And not making a choice can be tempting, but whatever you're putting your energy towards and your focus on, that is what will grow. And like I said before, and this is especially true with Geminis, but Gemini, Sag, Pisces, and Virgo, you are the mutable signs. There's a nice T in Virgo, Virgo to Pisces, so you're in opposition, and then Gemini. So there's a T, and so mutable energy is really important right now. So that's why I think we're getting all these pairs, but you're mutable. And then do you have to choose? I don't know. Maybe you don't have to choose. I always want to defer to you mutable people. Like, have it both ways, fine. But I'm fixed. I'm a Scorpio. I'm just like have tons of fixed energy. I have a lot of Sags too. But so I always feel like I like the feeling of making a choice. And I read an article that psychologically it feels good to choose. And but I could be wrong saying that you must choose. All I know is the Mother of Wands tells me whatever you put your energy on, you will manifest. So take that as you will, Virgo. I hope you find this helpful. Have a great day.